I'm sure I mentioned it, darling.
No, darling, I don't think you did.
Well, had it not been for Mr. Baldwin's unexpected yet really rather brilliant strategy, I might not have been able to cut such a deal with the WSB.
Scott, I definitely would have remembered that.
Oh, well, I meant to tell you. And it's not a big deal, really. Scott came into the gallery in a state about Liesel, and I, inadvertently mentioned that the WSB was holding someone who might have a lead on her whereabouts.
And I'm very grateful you did. Because of you, I'm once again breathing free air, and dear Liesel is reunited with her daughter.
We shouldn't keep you, Ava. My uncle and I, we have private matters to discuss.
Oh, I'm not pressed. And your business is my business, my love.
Nicholas is right. We will be discussing rather sensitive matters.
Well, perhaps somewhere along the way, you heard of the Jerome family? I assure you, there's nothing you could say that would shock me. Tell him, Nicholas.
Whatever you have to say, you can say in front of Ava. I trust my wife with my life.
Wow, that's very admirable. Let's just hope your trust isn't unfounded, because what I'm about to disclose, well, let's just say any inadvertent lapse in discretion could be the undoing of us all.
Aren't you surprised that...
Nicholas asked me over to discuss how I helped him with his Hayden Barnes problem.
You mean her shooting?
No, I had nothing to do with that. I stepped in later when it seemed that Miss Barnes was particularly vulnerable to Valentine's bribes and threats.
Hayden was on the verge of blowing my plans to regain the Cassinite fortune.
And I was happy to oblige.
But how? Exactly. No one has seen or heard from Hayden, not even her own sister or her daughter, and most recently, her mother was murdered.
You were in trouble, Nicholas. Hayden needed to be dealt with, along with others close to her who could implicate us. Even your cousin Samantha came perilously close to uncovering the truth.
I didn't ask for any of that.
Well, with family, you don't have to ask.
Are you saying you commissioned crimes in the service of my husband, unsolicited?
I'm saying, my dear, that I protected him. And you, and for that matter, Windermere.
What have you done to Hayden?
Word of advice. Don't ask questions you don't really want the answers to.
Your job must be like